Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are getting into it. This video is March recap, my March check-in for my No Buy year. I will link the introduction to my No Buy year video up here in the cards if you're interested in more detail about it. This video is going to be a difficult video to film. I can already tell. I'm feeling really anxious about it, and I have my notes here to refer to on my computer. It has been an extremely challenging month from a no-buy perspective, and I will talk you through all of the things that I discovered, learned, went through. It was a tough month. I'm not even sure how well this video will flow because as the month went on, it was a very roller coaster month, and I took notes on everything I experienced and felt and forced myself through, but there's a lot to get through, so we're just going to get into it, and I really hope that you are able to get something out of this video, something truly concrete that you can take away for yourself, because the whole point of my channel, of my No Buy year, ultimately is to help you along your journey as well. I'm here on YouTube sharing my journey in life, and this year in particular, it's a No Buy year journey, but this is a journey in my life, and I want to share it with you. I want to connect with people who are interested in going through similar journeys in their life, who are constantly learning, discovering things about themselves that they want to share. So that's what I'm here for. I really hope that we can connect on it. So with that, let's get into the March recap. The going gets tough in March, very tough. I think that with this change of the season, with spring coming, I want to have a refresh of stuff around me. Refresh of clothing, refresh of skincare products, change in my diet, whatever. I think that this is a trend that I've sort of been a little bit aware of, but I haven't quite pinned down. I don't know if it's just the way consumerism in America works, and I tend to just fall into the trap of consumerism here, and I generally want to start to change things around a lot with the coming of a new season. But whatever it is, in March I absolutely felt a huge desire to buy a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. We've been in a pandemic for a year now, and there's a lot of lockdown situation going on. There's a lot of working from home going on, and there's a lot of not seeing people going on. So I get the sense that in particular I really wanted something to sort of be a balm to that pain and that depression. Tactically speaking, I had to refocus my energy a lot. In particular, I did a lot more reading. I was listening to audiobooks more. I also made a much more concerted effort to use up my skincare. I used a lot of products, and it's exciting because that's what the whole point of this year is in general, to use up what I already have. It was also just because I needed to get my hands on something to occupy them so that I wouldn't let boredom, depression, or loneliness creep in and allow me to buy new things to get that thrill. Another tactic that actually worked really well was complete redirection. I just redirected my energy in reviewing our financial standing, my husband's and my financial standing. I just reviewed our numbers. I evaluated our bills and double checked fees and charges and whatever else. And I ended up changing our cell phone plan completely so that we could save a ton of money. That was wonderful. And it took some time, and it took some phone calls and working through it and timing and all of that sort of stuff. So it was kind of a little mini project that I set myself to in order to get through this incredible desire to buy things, and it was extremely effective. The final tactic I really took to in March was to address specifically wanting to buy clothing. I ended up playing dress up. It wasn't like I would play for hours and hours or something like that. What it looked like for me was I would plan my outfits for the entire week, and I would include dresses, the dresses I already own, the jewelry I already own that I haven't worn in a long time. So I started just pulling things out that I haven't worn in a long time, and I decided to just curate an outfit every day of the week, and it was really helpful. It just refreshed my wardrobe for me. If you are in this position at all, I would highly recommend any one of those three main things: playing dress up with your own clothes, reevaluating your bills and calling your providers to see if there are any savings available for you, and also just using the products you have, especially skincare, and give yourself a pampering night. It was really fun. So those helped me a lot to get through the month of March and through the pains of feeling very gripped by consumerism and not knowing how to loosen that grip. I sort of forced played because isn't that what we want to do? Isn't that what we ultimately ought to be doing with our stuff? Enjoying it and playing with it and experiencing it? I really think that that's the point. When we acquire something, when we bring something new into our homes, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. It sounds really funny as I talk about it because I don't think that's been my pattern. I think that I forget to use the things I have. So I'm learning how to use the things I have. It's interesting. I don't know if you're like this, but I'm definitely the kind of person that once I make a decision to move on from something, I'm ready to move on now. Stat. Let's go. And I can't do that. That's not allowed this year. I need to make sure that what I've purchased that I thought not too long ago was a great idea is not a great idea anymore. But I don't know that yet, so I have to stay committed to these products until I find out. So that's been really tough. Really tough. There has been an amazing sense of peace and relief that has come out of that. Peace because I'm using what I spent my good hard-earned money on, and I'm committed. Like, that commitment is incredibly valuable, and my mind knows it. My soul knows it. It knows I'm not wasting my money. It knows I'm not wasting the product, and it feels really good. Usually in the past, I would have given up on a product because I tried it for a little while and now it's not good anymore and I'm done. There's a guilt that comes with that because it feels like it's wasteful. But staying committed is giving me this unexpected trust in myself. Like, wow. It's giving me a self-respect and trust in myself that I haven't felt in a really long time, which keeps me extremely motivated to continue doing this. I wanted to buy so many dresses this month. I would add them to my shopping cart, but then not check out. And what that meant was that some of these websites would actually send me emails reminding me that I had hot items in my shopping cart and I needed to check out before they sell out. Oh no! And I felt panicked over those emails. It's an extremely effective sales tactic. Let me tell you what, because it was working on me. And there was this peace of mind that came out of not buying something. But then there's also this, at the same time, this tension, this this, oh no, it'll sell out and I won't get it. But then there was this piece, but I didn't buy it and I stayed committed to my no buy. Yay, good job. I saved hundreds of dollars. But then there's this panic. Oh no, the dress will sell out. So there's this incredibly unhealthy relationship that I have with money and shopping. I feel like I don't have a footing, a solid footing on the side of feeling calm and at peace and trusting myself and respecting myself to not buy things on a whim's notice. But then I also don't have a solid footing in shopping because I feel frenzied about it. Does that make sense? I hope that's kind of making sense. Something inside me is wanting to change, but it can't yet. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's almost like part of me hasn't ever had a chance to grow up, and it really wants to, but it hasn't had the parent to show it how. That makes me emotional to say that. I'm not sure why, but it definitely feels like I have something to learn here, and I can expect some growth in this particular area. It isn't that I want dresses. It isn't that I'm trying to save all this money either. It's that something in me is wanting to grow up, and it hasn't yet. Now that I'm finally giving it attention and focus and my heartfelt energy, I think it will have the chance to grow up and mature into the changed behavior that it actually wants to become. So I know that sounds really weird and ethereal, but I think we'll figure it out together. Growing up, my family was very, very poor. Only my dad worked, my mom didn't. I have a large family, and I didn't have a lot of stuff. It's very strange to look back on because I didn't want a lot of stuff either. Only after I started making my own money and after my income and career grew did I start making the kind of money where I'm in this now over consumerism. And honestly, I'm not sure if this place that I've gotten myself to is a result of growing up so poor. I'm not really sure. I think it could definitely be part of it. You know, honestly, I think that's yet another reason why I'm doing this no buy year, because I want to find out. I want to find out what's backing this behavior, because I'm not sure. I mentioned these two gentlemen, Joshua and Ryan, the Minimalists. One of the things they said that I just heard recently was that we're denying ourselves with over-consumerism because the excess of stuff gets in the way. And that's exactly right for what I'm thinking right now. This over-consumerism, the constant bringing in of more and more new things, is actually getting in my way of freedom, of peace of mind, of true connection with my loved ones, with my life. And this is what I'm wanting to change. I need to turn this behavior on its head and right it so that I can have my life back, so that I can have living back. Because for so many years now, I haven't felt like I've actually been living. I'm ready for this to get back on track. I'm very excited for April. I hope that I will have some breakthrough with these thoughts and musings that I've been having so far this year. It's been intense. It has been very intense so far. I'm hoping that April will be smoother waters, because I could really use some smoother waters. I hope this video gave you some food for thought. Maybe not as much as it gave me, but I still hope it gave you something to take away and use in your own life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really do hope you got something out of it. Until my next video, which will be very soon, please take care.